troubles behind. Found salvation in the rhythm of a line. No emails or meetings, just the river's sway. Gone fishing, and I'm here to stay.
Alright, welcome back to Jighead John Kayak Fishing and Baits. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to color match one of my favorite store-bought paddle tails I've ever bought. This paddle tail, I've caught my personal best flounder, redfish, and speckled sea trout with it. I've caught bluefish, jacks. I've even caught a black drum on this bait. So a little bit of the story behind it. About 3.5 years ago, me and my girlfriend Amy and my camera woman and our friends Molly and Dave from the Panhandle came in with their kayaks. We took all our kayaks out to this really unique fishing area called the Guana Lake State Park Reserve. Really amazing area. If you ever come to this area, I highly recommend bring your kayaks and give it a try. Lots of huge gator sea trout, big reds, and lots of other species in there. It's also a bird wildlife sanctuary, and there are a lot of gators in there, but they won't mess with you. So we were fishing out there, and Amy saw a guy over there catching big trout, redfish, one after another. So being inquisitive, she pedaled over there and started talking to the guy. He's a really nice guy, and he said, listen, I'm going to give you some of these baits, and I want you and your friends to try them. And he said, if you like them, if you go down to Fishbait's trading post down in St. Augustine, Florida, they sell them there. We have some really good local tackle shops: Fishbait's Trading Post, St. Augustine Paddle Sports, Avid Angler, and Strike Zone Fishing. I'm a big believer in supporting your local bait shops. Come on down and check them out. They're really cool because we have a lot of local bait producers that they will sell their baits. So he said, just go down there, and it's called Hackney Baits. So I went down there and I started talking to the guy in Fishbaites, and he said, well, you know what? You met Mr. Hackney. He's the one that makes the baits. So I bought some of them, but there is one bait in particular right here. It's 3.5 inch junior belly copperhead paddle tail. I'm gonna take one out, lay it down here. So this is a great bait. It's got a great profile. It really rotates in the water. It's got this big tail, lots of action, and it's kind of got a light copper color, very light copper color with just some red and black flake. But it works in clear water, stained water, and darker murky water. And I have caught a ton of fish on this bait. So what I'm going to try to do today is do a color match on it. And I'm going to shoot it in my Do It 8 cavity Ripper Swimbait mold. It kind of has a similar profile to the Hackney bait. And I'm also going to shoot it in my 3.8 inch Rip Wrap swim bait from AI Angling. So let me get everything set up, heat up the plastisol, and we'll be back. Okay. Alright, got the plastisol warmed up to about 380 degrees, so we're ready to mix. So I got this color on LureWorks. It's Copperhead 253. So if you look at this bait, it's really just got a light hint of copper in it. So I got to be real careful not to add too much, or I'm going to darken it too much. Particularly, I think when I add in the red flakes, it'll make it more of an orange color. So I'm going to do, this is a pretty translucent color. So I think I'm going to start with about 30 drops, and we'll see how it looks. I'm going to put up a picture of my personal best flounder, trout, and redfish that I've caught with this bait. Okay, 30 drops. So I'll put those pictures up so you know I'm not lying like a lot of fishermen do. as proof. All right, let's see here. It's a pretty translucent color. I love this bait. It just works in all different colors of water. When I'm having a tough day of fishing, it's kind of my go-to. It's a really good search bait when you got to cover a lot of area. So let's see here. I think I'm gonna go 10 more drops. I think that should be good. Actually, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I think the red flakes will kind of add a little bit more of a bronze tint to it. So, okay. So it doesn't have a ton of flakes in it. So I'm gonna go with 1/8 of a teaspoon of red and black. I found these flakes on Amazon. It was a lot of flakes for a good price. And honestly, when the little containers it came on, when you open it, flakes go everywhere because they fill it up to the top. So I'll find a picture of it and put it on there. But we got a lot of good flake colors, and I think you get a lot of flakes with it. So all right. So 1/8 of a teaspoon of that. And I got my Lurecraft 0.035 black flakes. So I'm gonna go, I got a 1/16 teaspoon here, so I'm gonna do 2 of these. Okay. Okay. Let's mix it in and see how it looks. That looks good. I mean, I think the color he uses in this bait is kind of a copperhead bronze. He named the bait Copperhead, so I really like these red flakes because they really shimmer. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. All right, so I am gonna reheat this up, and we're gonna get the mold set up, and we'll shoot in a second. All right, we're back. I thought I'd show you the cup one more time before I shoot it. I really like how that red flake is really shimmering and shining in there. That looks cool. All right, let's check our temperature here. All right, I like to shoot between 300 to 330, so we're almost there. One thing I did, I invested in these little Jorgensen clamps. I know the guy that does STG custom Lurecraft baits. He likes to use those. They're really good little clamps. They don't cost that much on Amazon, and I like them because they don't take up as much room. I don't have a huge space here where I work at, but all right, here we go. Got my N2 injector, 12 ounce. Purge it a little bit. Here we go. All right. Should be able to shoot all these baits. Just a little bit of pressure. I really like the Do It molds. It's a great mold to start with, and it's a great mold to use all the time. They have a ton of different molds. The molds have more of a matte finish. It's not as shiny as maybe your Epic molds or your AI Angling molds. Okay, go up here to our 3.8 inch riprap. I like to use baits between 3.5 and 4 inches because I'm fishing pretty shallow water. I find any baits that I use that are swim baits over 4 inches, particularly in shallow water, they tend to drag the bottom. So, alright. So actually, all the sprues filled in really well. I'm gonna dump the remaining plastic back in there. let's let this cool and let's see how I did. Okay, we're back. Giving it plenty of time to cool off here. So we're gonna look at the Ripper Swimbait first. So let's see here. All right. Okay. These all shot good. Let me pull one out and let's lay it against the bait and see how it looks. Let's find a good one here. All right. Okay. So it's it's a little light and it's a little bit orange. So I gotta figure out what exactly this color is. So if any of my more advanced bait makers have any suggestions on what color I would use to try and match Mr. Hackney's bait, I'd appreciate it. So let me pull out the Rip Wrap bait, see how it looks. Okay, so I think I got the amount of flakes just right. I got the color flakes right. I just didn't get the color right. So if anybody has any advice on maybe what color I need to try. The bait's, you know, called copperhead, so I assume there's some copper in it, but it is a little bit darker. I was worried if I put too much of my copper pigment in there, it's going to make it too orange. So anyway, that's color matching. I've tried it with some baits, have been successful, and as you can see, semi-successful. So if anyone has any advice on how I can try to match that bait better, please put it in the comments. So AI Angling had Labor Day sale, so I have ordered some more molds. I'm getting a jerkbait mold in, and I also ordered, I like swimming the little rub curly tail bait, so I ordered one of those. I'm excited about those. So those are coming in soon, and guess what, I'm gonna do some videos on them. So anyway, I'm gonna try to do some more color match videos in the future. Maybe pick something a little bit easier, but if anybody can give me advice on how to match that better, I'd appreciate it. So thanks for watching my channel. Subscribe, notify, and like. See you next time.